Hello, Leos. Welcome. I'm Shivani, and let's dive into your astrology, and then we're gonna do the cards. Welcome to April. Hmm. In straight, simple lines, this is the time to strengthen your foundation. The full moon, which happens on 6th April, as I record this, it is really asking you to probably go back to your communication skills. Think what makes you stop yourself from completely opening yourself up and sharing your thoughts, your opinions, your beliefs, your talents. Specifically, talents, I believe. Your art, your writing, or whatever is your talent or your skill. Reading tarot, maybe. Um, what stops you from actually talking about it? And right now, we're not even talking about putting it out on stage. We're talking about even like talking to your friends about it, even like talking to your family about it. Why do you feel you have this difficulty? And this is what the full moon is really emphasizing on, that you may feel that it's not relevant, you want to be out there on the stage, but actually think about how vulnerable you feel with your immediate family and friends when you're communicating. And so I feel like when Mercury has moved into Taurus, in which is your actually 10th house, and later in the month when you'll have a Mercury retrograde happening in Taurus, it's gonna really highlight your career. It's gonna really highlight your and it is currently also. So like for you guys, expression is really big right now. The Mercury, when it goes retrograde, it'll be testing for you if you don't already start asking yourself these difficult questions around your expression. This energy is really asking you um, to really examine your communication skills, actually. Like, what stops you from expressing your truth, from expressing your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, your opinions, your beliefs? Do you think they'll reject you? A Leo's worst uh, nightmare, I think, to be rejected, to be ignored, I believe. I have a Karen in Leo, so that's like my worst nightmare. But of course, it happens. Of course, that's just how life is. Sometimes you will have rejection. Sometimes you will be ignored. Sometimes some people won't see you or your talent or your skills, which hurts so much. But at the same time, there would be people who would actually see and appreciate it and even pay for it. um, there's also very strong emphasis this entire Aries season, as the Jupiter, Chiron, Sun is in the house where it's all about learning. It's about strengthening your foundations. I think as Leos, while you guys are inherently very confident, sometimes there can be a tendency to be overconfident, which also doesn't serve you well, because then you don't feel confident from inside, but you have this pressure to be confident on the outside. So really kind of like asking yourself, or just thinking about like why is it so, why, why does it, I'm not able to really find words, actually. So really at a loss of words. And I feel like I'm really losing my train of thoughts. hmm. Okay. Deep breaths, Leo. I feel like this month you will be asked to take pauses and to breathe, because you would be really out in the limelight. You would be putting your work, your talent, your skills out on display, and that can get very vulnerable if you don't have a strong footing, a strong foundation. Don't hold yourself back from learning new skills right now or strengthening the existing skills. Like, open your mind. It's okay to learn. It's okay to learn as you teach. It's okay to not know everything and learn it on the go and still start sharing it, because that's where I guess you guys are right now. So yeah, see what kind of learning makes you happy. Is it pursuing higher studies? Is it taking up a course? Is it working with a coach? Is it uh, uh, traveling? Is it reading books? Is it researching on the internet? What kind of study does make sense to you? Because it's very important to get out of that conditioning that we have from our schools that this is the only way to learn. What's your style of learning? Maybe you want to go on a retreat. Um, yeah, combining learning and traveling together. So, what's your way of learning? What calls you and makes you excited? Because it's really a great time to really strengthen your foundations and be like, okay, I don't know about this stuff and I'm willing to learn, and it's cool. Like, you're not supposed to know about everything. Just because I know how to read tarot doesn't mean that I also knew how to build a website. I also knew how to make videos. I just started doing it and I researched half things and I learned by seeing other people and by listening to other people, or by experimenting, actually, for me as a manifesting generator. So yes, I feel like for you guys it's really really important. And I also feel like with Lilith conjuncting your first house right now, not conjuncting, transiting your first house right now, it is also a good time to look at your deep spiritual beliefs, your sexuality, because a lot of times there are literal past life wounds which can really stop you from, or it's just like a lot of societal programming around your feminine body, your feminine knowledge, your feminine sensuality, which stops you from putting yourself out there. And if you feel vulnerable to share, to be, to shine, then know that that's where it's coming from. Then know that Lilith is the goddess of sacred feminine, the forbidden feminine, which the world doesn't like to see too often. So, really, read about witch wound, actually. Very interesting, specifically if you're into spiritual, mystical things. You'd actually find it's very resonant, because a lot of times we can really hold ourselves back because a lot of things, especially for women, a lot of times we have been told that we're not allowed to do certain things, to be certain things. And at some point in history, our women have really led nameless, anonymously, their purpose, their path, their medicines. And it's something actually I was just dealing with today, so it makes me really emotional right now. So sorry if you find me in kind of like my voice shaking because it's really deep for me, specifically as I make these videos publicly in my name, not anonymously anymore, and doing tarot. uh, it's vulnerable and it's bringing me things to look at, like, why have I been so ashamed of my spirituality, and which is actually a talent. So, and I feel like I really resonate with this because my 12th house is Leo and my Chiron is in Leo. Chiron is the place where we deepest, where it hosts the deepest. It is also something which will be really amplifying for you right now with these new moon and this Aries season, which is why pursuing your hobby, pursuing your learnings can really give you that comfort, that joy to know and to see other people like you who are doing the things that you are doing, to see that you're not the only one. You're not the crazy, the weird one out there. There are many weird people like you and me out there. So yeah, that's what the astrology looks like. Later half of the month, the focus really gets into your work. Later half, like which is after the new moon in Aries, the sun moves into Taurus in your 10th house. The Mercury is already in Taurus. That's when you will actually start seeing opportunities in the Taurus season to express yourself freely. If you've already done this foundational work, it'll be much easier for you. Even when the Mercury goes retrograde, even when the world is saying, oh, everything is slowing down. Yeah, things will slow down for you as well, but at the same time, I just feel like it won't be that rough for you, kind of like you are gonna use that slowness to your advantage. Okay, so yeah, here are your cards. I don't even have to, I think, shuffle anymore and pick out anymore, because I just got like 7 cards fell out all at once. So you guys have a lot to speak, but as I can just feel and tune into into your energy, even though you have so much to say, it's just kind of like the words can't find their way out. You have something to share. You have an idea. You have a proposal for the world. You have a talent, a skill. There's just something very strong. There's something very strong that's brewing in your mind that's like waiting to be shared with the world. But with the sun conjunct in Chiron, as we experience this full moon, this time period, right now in the full moon, when I'm recording this, and you'll be watching this because I immediately uploaded it. It can be a little testing. It can challenge your fears a little bit, because as I said, you guys are very confident, natural born actors, yeah, superstars. And so there is a resistance to actually learn, to actually embrace, I don't know. And when you open that gateway to say yes to learning, to say yes for support, to say yes to guidance, it challenges your ego. And that's the little spiritual death there. So it can feel like a little spiritual death right now for your ego, because the full moon is like screaming at you to look at your communications, to look at the way you talk, you feel, you communicate. And for what I understand, the best way to start communicating with other people freely is to start communicating freely with yourself. Do you journal? Do you talk yourself out loud? Stand in front of the mirror and speak. Not just affirmations, but also your vulnerabilities. This full moon can feel a lot, and this energy can linger for a while, which really will ask you to I don't know, I have just difficulty in getting some words out of me today, okay? Rest, nourish yourself, receive this energy right now that's happening in the full moon. It's really encouraging you to rest, to receive, to be on the receiving end. How does it feel like to step off the stage and to see somebody else on stage, but not on stage, but see it as somebody teaching you, holding space for you, guiding you? This is really a beautiful time to really sign up for a course or work with someone, and to really allow someone to guide you. Really be open to someone counseling you. You would benefit so much, because as I'm saying, you have a very strong vision, but if you have someone to bridge that gap between what comes out of your throat and what's here, right here, it'll be beautiful. Like, I don't think, like, the Mercury in Taurus right now, it's like, it's really, really, really like a big one for you in your career specifically. It's challenging with all the places where you hold yourself back, all the places where you feel vulnerable. I am feeling so vulnerable doing your reading. When I was like, and I love it how the energy speaks for itself, you know, like when I was doing Gemini, I was just like, oh, rambling. For Cancers, I was feeling so confident. We did the reading in 20 minutes, and I think we are like 15 minutes already into it, and I don't know. It's so difficult to get the words out. Are you feeling like this, Leo? It's so difficult to express yourself. Why are you so scared? What will happen if you let people see who you really are? If you let people hear you? If you let people see you? What the heck will happen? Because you are so afraid. You're like scared. And I guess what will happen is this. Sorry, this. It's mirrored. It's mirrored. So I got confused. This is happening. You're scared. You're scared of people rejecting you, abandoning you, ignoring you. And that's, as I said, Leo doesn't just love being on stage, but they love being applauded. And they have a tough time doing things for just for the sake of expression, not for like not for your expression. And this I feel right now, it's like, would you do this for yourself? Even if you can't hear anybody applauding right now, even if you can't hear anybody praising you right now, would you do this for the sake of your for the sake of your own expression? Like me making these videos, I am fucking loving it. It's such a joy, and YouTube is my place for me to just come and speak without that pressure of who watches it, who likes it, who comments, or who does not. And that is the satisfaction that I want you to tap into, of simply creating. Like right now, please enjoy the process of creating, learning and creating together. It's happening in harmony, and not really like waiting on for someone to validate your talent first and then I'm gonna do it. Like, it's great to receive it, but first I feel like right now you're being really asked to not do it for the applause, the praises. It's delightful, it's amazing, Leos love it, we love it, we all love it. But right now you're being asked to really honor your creativity, your expression, because there is something that you can't see right now. This opportunity, this time is an opportunity actually for you to tap into something which, even though you can't see it right now because all you see are these fallen cups, there's something beautiful brewing behind the scenes. Okay, there's this thing which happens when we wait for the validation. We are bored. And when we are bored, it's a sign, because we are just waiting. We're not doing anything with our life. We're not having fun. We're not creating. We're not expressing. We're just waiting for someone to come and validate our art, validate our genius, our talent. And we're like, oh, nobody cares. Why should I even bother? That's not the place I want you to be in right now. Like, just for yourself, because it makes you happy, go out there and make that freaking art, or share it, or shine, or speak your mind, or say, yes, I want to take that project and I want to lead, or whatever. And another advice while you do that, to start looking for connections instead of followers and audience. And I didn't mean it in the sense of Instagram followers. I meant it in terms of followers. Like, yeah, guys, you want to lead, I understand. But we are moving away from the old paradigm where there is one leader and then there's a cult of followers. We are moving into a time of like connections, community. And of course, even you love that. Deep inside, you guys love connecting to people. It makes you so happy, makes you so joyful. So start seeing how can you connect with real people instead of waiting for likes and subscribers and followers or praises or appraisals. Okay, what's happening is Sun moving to Taurus. I told you something happens when Sun moves into Taurus after 20th. Okay, yeah, you're still stressed. I'm not saying that you're still not, but you also see something. You're like, ooh, I like it. I see my potential. I remember I'm the queen. And as you do that, the world sees it too. See, when she takes up her throne, right? When you take up your throne and you're like, I don't care if anybody is watching me, I don't care if anybody's celebrating me, I am the queen, I'm gonna sit on my throne. And then that's when people start also looking at you and also celebrating your success. You're like, this feels good, but it gotta already feel good to just because you're sitting on your throne, because you know you're a queen. But before that, you need to get out of this whole cycle of hierarchy. I think Leos can benefit so much from it when they stop trying to follow or lead. Like, you guys go to this extreme of like, I'm either a follower or I'm a leader, and you're none. Like, this hierarchy system of somebody standing on a pedestal and somebody standing down below, it's just not working out anymore, you know. It's just very karmic in nature. It's just very destructive. Get out of it. It always leads to chaos. It always leads to chaos. It always leads to fights and arguments and breakups and discord, you know. See, there's this thing happening as I'm making these videos. I'm speaking and then I use words and I'm like, is my vocabulary okay? Do I need to work on my vocabulary right now? And I feel like you guys are feeling like this right now. You're like, yeah, I would go out and share if I don't start seeing my flaws, because I'm seeing my flaws right now. And it's so vulnerable to see my flaws. Because I'm a Leo, I don't like seeing my flaws. But when I start doing things, I start seeing, oh, I'm not great at this, I'm not great at this, oh, I'm not a genius at this. Yeah, I'm good at this, but oh, I suck doing this. So you know what? It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. In spite of being a Virgo rising, no one is perfect. And how easy it would be if we could just be who we really are without pressurizing ourselves to be perfect. Yes, I'm flawed. Yes, English is not my first language, but it's also something which I have grown up learning, speaking. And I'm good at it. I'm very passionate about it. I love writing and speaking, but also sometimes I don't have that amazing vocabulary. Yeah, I'm not an English person. I'm not from Britain. I hope you got the drift. I hope what I'm trying to communicate, because I can just feel that there is this really difficulty in trying to communicate. And for that, there is no other way but to actually start doing it anyway, wherever you are. Start where you are, and you will get to see, okay, this is something that I need to learn. So you learn before the eclipse, because after the eclipse, this practice session kind of like gets you ready to shine like the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is the fire queen. Okay, Leos? So I really hope that resonates with you. And before we leave, I just want to say, I know you guys are really sad right now. You're feeling the weight of the world and you're feeling like so disappointed. But trust me, there are two cups which are still intact, even if all you can see are things which haven't worked out for so far and things which are not working out even right now. But trust me, there are other things which are working, even if you can't see it, okay? Then, as the month ends, you actually start seeing the gifts. Little opportunities start knocking on your doors. Yes, pages are really little opportunities which knock up your door. Something very exciting comes in. Don't resist it. Don't think you're not enough when that comes. Have an open heart and an open mind and trust yourself to learn along the journey. You can do it. Yeah, I'm sending you so much love, and take care and have a beautiful, beautiful month ahead. For all the one-on-one sessions, you can click on the link down below. And if you are interested in having access to a library where I really teach and share all the resources that I've gathered over the years, based on astrology, human design, healing, nervous system healing, inner child, shadow work, all that stuff. If that excites you, if that feels like you could benefit from it right now, then I would highly suggest you to give it a shot. You can cancel the membership anytime, and it's at a very affordable, economical pricing. So just check out, the link is down below. I just wanted this space to be accessible to everyone and to just let people know that self-healing and self-development is an option, and there's always an option to start somewhere, even if you feel like you can't, go all the way in and spend thousands of dollars on, say, some education or some course or some coach. You can still start small wherever you are. So that's also the message for your reading as well. So I really hope this supports you. Let me know, please. I would love to be validated. It's always nice to know if this makes an impact. And take care, guys. I'm sending you so much love.